Okay, I think I have. I think I didn't forget anything. I I tend to forget things, but that's okay. That's okay if I do. Yep, yep. It's okay if I forget something. Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to stream. Hi, good morning. Hi, Mitsuki and Day. Hello. Hello, dude. Hello. I forgot my thighs. No thighs today. No working out. Not today. Although I did do my workout before stream, and it was a really good workout. I can really felt I felt like my muscles were really being put to work, which is kind of what you want when you're working out. So yeah, I had a really good workout. I felt happy doing that. I feel stronger, significantly stronger compared to when I started, which was the end of February. Wait, how many months have I been working out for? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So like maybe about 4 months. Yeah. And for those of you who don't know my workout goals is to strengthen my body and get stronger and maybe build a smidget of muscle, because my body is very my arms and legs look like twigs, and before I started working out I could barely lift my upper body while laying down, if that makes sense. Like sitting up, like if you were to do a sit-up, I couldn't even like get off the ground. But now I can get almost halfway. So yeah, my workouts I've been doing basically is Pilates, and I've been strengthening my core. I feel like that's the biggest place where I don't have muscle besides my upper body strength. But yeah, my body's getting stronger. I'm really happy with my results in only 4 months. I'm gonna get buff. I'm gonna get buff. What if I get abs? Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. What if I got abs? Bigger muscle includes your heart. Oh, true. No. What's it called? Cardio is actually something that I should be doing. I should be doing more often, because so for anyone who doesn't know me, I have a autoimmune disease, a chronic lifelong autoimmune disease affecting my thyroid, which is a organ / gland. I don't know what the difference between an organ and a gland is. Are glands organs? It's basically in your throat, and it controls a lot of your body chemistry, and it's very common for people with the autoimmune disease that I have to have like weak heart or heart issues. So actually, yeah, I should be doing cardio, because that will help strengthen my heart and lower my risk of heart disease and such. You guys are so smart. I really should. I'm slacking. I should be I should be doing cardio. And you know, it doesn't have to be like a ton. I could just do some exercise to get my heart pumping. Cause isn't that what cardio is? Is basically just getting your heart pumping while exercising. Yeah, thank you guys for the comments on the model. I'm really glad you like my new model. Yeah, here, I'll show you the whole thing if you want. Mm, 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 mm. Good morning, hello. Hello. But yeah, this is my whole model. Yeah, I don't know how many of you are new, but my VTuber sign is a Capricorn, which is a zodiac sign from astrology. And in Greek mythology, Capricorns are represented by a mythological being that is part goat and part fish. It's kinda strange, but if you think about it, a lot of Greek mythology creatures are also very strange. So it's it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I know there's I think it's actually a chimera. Chimera. Is that Greek mythology? I might be thinking of the wrong one, but I know there's other very strange creatures in Greek mythology when there's like 4 or 5 different animals smushed together into one being. But I only got the goat and the fish. I only have 2, so. Never tried cardio before? Hello, kids. Hello. And I also have a PJ outfit. I thought PJ outfit would be very fitting for the kind of content I do, right? Most of my stream content is ASMR, so ASMR, sleepy, cozy. It kind of goes together pretty well, yeah. Oh, bicycling, rollerblading, swimming. I used to do a lot of casual biking when I lived back at my parents' house. I forget how many years it was. Let's say at least a few. At least a few years back. I used to for exercise I would do casual biking around my neighborhood. That was really fun to do. But I moved to Canada last year and I was not able to take my bike. I was already from the Northeast in America, so Canadian weather isn't actually that different. Yeah, it's actually pretty similar. I would say, surprisingly, the temperatures are very similar climates. Right, the bike from the US to Canada. I went from the East Coast and then I went to the West Coast and then I went up to Canada, but I'm still on the West Coast now. I'm not riding my bike from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast. I can't do that. That'd be funny though. I feel like that would be one of those. Oh my god! Have you guys ever seen like those YouTube videos or those TV shows where people will do like really big cross-country marathon, either like biking or sometimes people walk, which is that's crazy. I would never be able to do that. I feel like your legs would fall off, your feet would fall off. Your feet would fall off. But I've heard of someone who walked from all the way from the East Coast of America to the West Coast, and or biked. And I'm like, that's crazy. you gotta be like super high exercise endurance to do that. You gotta train for that. Oh, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Sea Dogs, Connor's cyclothon that he does every year in Japan with Iron Mouse. Connor will bike across different places in Japan and raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Something like that. Yeah. But all the way from East Coast to West Coast America. Oh, I couldn't. What book are we reading today? I have the book up on screen right here. It's called I'm Glad My Mom Died, which is a very shocking title, but it's by Jeanette McCurdy, who was the actor from iCarly who played Sam. She came out, I remember, I forget when this book came out. Wait, when did this book come out? Does it say? A year? It's a autobiography about her experience growing up with a narcissistic mother who basically forced her into acting from the age of 6. And then when her mother passed away, how she handled that, because Jeanette and her mom were very close. I'll just do a too long didn't read from the first half of the book because we've read a bit from past streams, but she explains different experiences she had with her mom, and her mom basically forcing her dreams onto her child. Her mom wanted to be an actress, and her mother's parents wouldn't allow her to pursue it. So her mom basically pushed her dream onto Jeanette and turned her into an actor, but in all reality, Jeanette didn't really want to act. She didn't find it comfortable and she didn't enjoy it. But I mean, I'll read more so you guys can get an idea of what it's like dealing with a narcissistic parent and stuff. But yeah, it's better for me to read, and so you can just get the idea yourself, kind of thing. Zuta, thank you for following, by the way. Welcome in. You're starting the 3 Body Problem audiobook. Oh, that sounds interesting. Wait, what's it about? Ludwig also did a trip across Japan without any phone use. Wow. So no GPS, basically. That's cool. Someone doing a road trip from Belgium to China. Oh my gosh. I wonder if it's difficult. I wonder if it's difficult crossing a ton of different countries' borders. I don't know what border control is like in different countries, but I'm familiar with the border of America and Canada, the one that they share. It's not too bad, but barely speaks any Japanese. Oh no. Oh, that'd be hard. Not being able to speak Japanese and not having any GPS. Yeesh. Finish a book called Education. Oh. It's about sci-fi and aliens. Really? Oh. I kind of love that. I know one of my conspiracy theories that I definitely believe is that aliens are real and the government is hiding them from us. It's not that serious. It's just a little funny, there is definitely a possibility of aliens existing, because if we can exist in the universe, there's no doubt that there are other life forms in other universes, even if we haven't found any life forms in the Milky Way, there are other universes outside of the Milky Way, and there's definitely a possibility of life forms out there. Mhm. Yeah, exactly. The universe is bigger than we can ever imagine, and it's ever expanding. So every single moment that we are alive, the universe is also expanding. Man, it's kind of scary to think about, but it's also really cool. Now I'm thinking about it. I feel like it's important sometimes to just like sit back from your life and just remember that we are but insignificant beings on a floating piece of rock around a small universe compared to the vast universe out there in space. And you know, maybe some of our smaller problems really don't matter that much. Obviously, don't invalidate your feelings, but you know what I'm saying. Imagine your own spaceship. Yeah, that'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. I think about all of that. I guess. Yeah, me too. Me too. I should start doing that more. I start doing that more. Just remove myself from the world for a moment and just be like, oh yes, I am but a small, insignificant ant on a floating piece of rock through space. Ah yes. But anyways, Koala, hi, welcome in. Good morning. I hope you are doing well today. But yeah, after I finish this book, I actually have another book. It's about somebody who moved into a house, and there were over like 30 feral cats living in her carport, and her journey of learning how to do TNR, which is trap, neuter, release, for feral cats who cannot be put into shelters because they're feral. Some of them are friendly and they can go to foster homes, but those who are feral and don't trust humans, they are released back into the wild where they were caught. But it's basically to help overpopulation of cats in the area, because stray overpopulation is a big problem in basically all over the world. So TNR helps fight against overpopulation and also just the bad things that happen with overpopulation, like a lot of kittens not making it and being like tick and flea infested. It's really not great for them. So that's why this person and it made a group of people in their area that help stray cats, and they feed colonies, and they provide water and toys, and they help feral cats have a better life where they don't have to live in fight or flight mode all the time, which is really nice. She posts videos about the cats on TikTok and Instagram. I'm not sure if she posts on YouTube. Probably YouTube Shorts. But I've been watching her videos for a very long time, and she wrote a book about it, so I got it. Well, actually, someone got it for me on Throne. Thanks, Frozen. mm. But that's the book that we're gonna be reading after this book. Mm. I know, feral cat. Their name is Red. Damn, Mitsuki, are you throwing shade? Are you throwing shade at Ren? Hi, Glory and hello, King. Hi, guys. Welcome. Hi, Stinkin. I like your name, Stinkin Bonkin. It's silly. I like it. But yeah, that's the book I'm looking forward to read after we finish this one. Hello, Coconut. Good morning. Welcome in. Welcome. Okay, what else today? What else was I gonna talk about? Someone I think was looking at the plushie. Oh, wait. Yeah, the Yuchi plushie. So the Sleepy Yuchi plushie, I believe, has 6 days left for you to get your own. Hello, Yoshi, welcome. Yeah. Oh wait, no, that's actually 7 days. 7 days and 2 hours. Who made me bald? Why would you do this? Who made me bald? She's bald. She's bald. Anyways, Yuchi plushie, there are 7 days left to get a Yuchi plushie, and they will never, ever be sold again. So this is your time. This is the only time you can get it. The links for the plushies are pinned at the top of Twitch and YouTube chat, so you can easily access it. And speaking of the plushie, I got news that in the last few days of the plushie being up for sale, we will have one giveaway for a plushie, which is very exciting. I think I'm gonna host it. I think, but I forget the details. I need to go look at them again. But yes, we'll have a plushie giveaway, which is exciting, very exciting. My the person who was managing my plushie campaign, what's the word? I forget what the word is, but they advocated. They advocated for us to be able to do the plushie giveaway. So shout out to Makeshift Manager for making that happen. Thank you. Oh, I forgot. I need to put the chat above my tail because sometimes my tail gets in the way and I don't want to cover chat. You guys are over there. Hello, hi Zach. Hello, welcome. Welcome. Smack chat. But yeah, that's really fun and exciting. Again, the Yuchi plushie is available for 7 more days with Makeshift. The links are pinned at the top of Twitch and YouTube chat if you'd like to check it out. Exciting stuff. Alright, what else? I made a list of all the things I wanted to talk about, because I tend to forget. When you have ADHD, your brain runs at 1,000,000 miles per hour, so your thoughts, or at least for me, my thoughts go really, really fast, and they go in and out, and sometimes they never come back. So what I do is I write down all of the things before I talk about them, so then I remember to actually talk about them. Surgical, hi, welcome in, thank you for following. Happens all the time, yup. But I'm by doing this, I am outsmarting my own brain. My brain's like, oh, you're gonna forget that. And so I'm like, write it down. Bam. I'm not gonna forget it. Take that, ADHD. Stupid. I say to myself. It's literally just my own brain. Fun. Silver Canadian, welcome. Welcome, my fellow Canadian. Perchance. I'm fighting my own demons, but the demons is just autism and ADHD. Canada, yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. So I wanted to quickly just update you all before I start reading. I know it's been like over a half hour, and like, Yuchi, read the book. Read the book. You're not reading the book. I'm sorry. I'm a yapper. But I was last week, well, just a few days ago, I was planning on streaming on Friday because I scheduled Friday to stream, but I got hit with the worst. What's the difference between a migraine and a headache? Hold on. Migraine versus headache. Migraine is a neurological. Wait, what? Difference between what? Headache or migraine? Most common symptoms of migraine is intense throbbing, head pain. This pain can be severe day-to-day activities accompanied by nausea and vomiting, as well as sensitivity to light and sound. I think it was a migraine. Yeah, migraines are a lot more dense. Okay, let's just call it a migraine, I guess. Hi Eugene, welcome. Hello. Anyways, yeah, on Friday/Thursday night, going into Friday morning, I woke up and I got hit with a really bad migraine, and I had body aches for no reason. I wasn't sore from working out or anything. I just got body aches, and I felt extremely tired, and like more fatigued than I normally am. And I also lost my appetite, and I wasn't able to eat really well. I still haven't regained my full appetite yet, but I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. So I was thinking it might have been like a combination of maybe a little cold or virus or allergies, because allergies can definitely make you feel like you're sick. Whatever it was, I am feeling better now, but I did have to take the couple days off. I didn't notify every platform. I only said it in Discord, so apologies for being like, Yuchi was supposed to stream today, where is she? I was fighting my body. I was fighting my body. Yes, but I'm feeling better now, so it's okay. It's okay. I only cried for 15 minutes. Only 15 minutes. It's not, could be worse. Could be all night. Hi, Nick. Thank you for the resubby. Thank you so much. Freaking total of 25 months. That's over. That's a year and 1 month, right? Is it total? I think something like that. Oh my gosh! Wait, have you known me for over 2 years? That's crazy. It's kind of crazy to think about how many of you have known me for so long. It feels like sometimes it feels like it was just yesterday, but it's like you've actually known me for like 2 to 3 years. Crazy. Maybe only sometimes. Hello. But yes. Anyways. Yeah, 3 years in. Okay, I'm gonna read now. Wait, was there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about? I have things that I can talk about, but I also want to read. 2 to 3 years. This may not apply to you. But that's okay. It's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. I can do that too. My favorite anime? I would say I have a top 3, maybe? I don't think I could choose one, but my top 3 are Your Lie in April, Love Live School Idol Project, like the first original one with Muse, and Noragami. Specifically the first season. Oh, I have watched High School. Wait, no, not that one. High School TXT. Oh my god. I thought you said High School of the Dead with the zombie ones. I watched that one. That's High School of the Dead is I'm sure you, for those of you who watch anime, I'm sure you've seen the either clips or gifs of that one anime where this guy is firing a gun between some girl's boobs, and there's this other girl who dodges the bullet and her boobs move. The physics are so unrealistic. It is so hilarious. Oh my god. Oh. What's bad about DxD? I wouldn't say it's bad. I just don't really know much about it. All I see is... Isn't it an Etsy? Where it's not hentai, but it's... I feel like it's an Etsy. The Amazing Boob by Potsy. Yes, yeah. By the Yeah, that's where it comes from. It's from High School of the Dead. Oh, funny. The bullet going through the poop of the so funny. High School does actually also, yes, that is true. There is like significant fan service. It's been burned so hard into my psyche. I see it in my sleep. When I close my eyes, all I see, animate. Poop physics. Bible Black. I have not. Please don't be surprised. It's hentai, okay. Okay. It's hentai. You know, personally, I like slice of life animes. Maybe it's because I'm old and boring. Maybe it's because I'm old and boring, but I prefer slice of life stuff. I really have enjoyed Free Ren. I'm excited for the second season coming out in this fall. Yeah. Me old? Yes. I am older than 25. Earth years. Earth human years. As humans calculate age. Negative, positive anger is a good slice of life. I haven't heard of that. Oh, new game. I did watch that. Yeah, that was cute. That was cute. I like that a lot. What do you mean hag, huh? Huh? Older than 25 is not that old. It's not that old. Are you guys just teasing me? Are you guys just joking on me right now? Hello, welcome in. I can't wait to be 69 years old to do 69. That's funny. I see. I'm just sitting in front behind. Wait, in front behind. Wait, what? I swear English is my native language. In front behind. In front of me. In front of me behind. Okay, got it. Okay, good. My brain was processing that for way too long. Oh yeah, we watched Bochi in Discord. We watch anime in Discord together sometimes. I've been enjoying Pokemon Horizons. I'm a Pokemon enjoyer. Yeah, Bochi was really cute. I like that a lot. It was really relatable because I'm also very introverted and antisocial. I'm very introverted and antisocial, and I don't have a ton of close friends. I have like a few close friends, and then I don't want to insult any of my mutuals. I don't know how to phrase it. It's like friend. It's like in between no, it's not acquaintance. Well, some people I'm acquainted with, where I don't know if I would say we're friends, but we are acquainted. Sorry, I'm rambling. Never mind, ignore me. Ignore me. Basically, when you're introverted, I think other introverts can relate to this, but usually you only have a few close friends instead of like a ton of friends. Yeah. We need to. Yes. Yeah. Battery charge. Wait, what? For like. Wait, what? Do it be on battery charge or for like energy levels and social energy? Yeah. Yeah, introverts have a limited supply of social energy. But when I am with my closest friends, it doesn't feel like I get drained as fast as if I were in a large group of people or like a big crowd of people, if that makes sense? Is anyone else the same? Like, for like anyone who, let's say, has like best friends or like their close friends, they don't feel as drained being with their close friends compared to being in a crowd or room of people who you aren't familiar with. Don't consider yourself an introvert. Used to be super introvert. Oh, are you like ambivert? Hi, hello, welcome. Feeling of an extrovert. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I also hate crowds. I too hate the crowds. One close friend is all anyone needs. That is true. Yeah, and what am I doing? My brain suddenly came to a stop. It was zooming, and then it's like hit the brakes. I have entered the brain empty phase. Help. Oh yeah. Introvert, ambivert, and extrovert. So it's like, what? Introverts feel drained when socializing. Ambiverts are a mix of introvert and extrovert, and then extroverts feel energized when socializing, I believe, is how it's determined to which one you may be. Oh my gosh, Hannah! Hannah, thank you so much for the resub! Good morning. I hope you're doing well, Hannah. I know you haven't been streaming a ton, but I hope you're doing well. I hope you are well. I hope life is treating you nicely. Very doing well too. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, congrats on your model. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited about my new model and I don't know, just making content, man. Streaming, hanging out with my community, making content, being creative, having a good time, as they say. It comes to topics you're really into, then coming out, right? You're gonna buy a plushie? Yeah, go for it. You have 7 days to buy one before they're gone forever. Then you'll never see them again. Never again. Never again. Forever. Oh, speaking of making content, so you guys, did you guys watch Saba's debut yesterday? I watched it. I was actually in the middle of playing Minecraft with Ali and Leon, but Saba's debut happened and I watched the whole thing. I was so freaking excited. I got a little emotional. I got a little emotional because, you know, I consider myself to be very empathetic, empathetic as in I put myself in the other person's shoes and consider what their experiences are like and how that would make me feel. If that makes sense? Does that make sense? I can try to explain it better if it doesn't. You wanna watch the VOD? Yeah. Makes sense to me? Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I like putting myself wait, putting yourself in another person's shoes to, yeah, what I said. Anyways, but I don't know. I was thinking about what Saba went through in her recently past career for the past almost 5 years. Cause what? I think they debuted in 2020. September 2020. So a little less than 5 years. I know a lot of VTubers say that they want to be the biggest VTuber. Like they want to be number one. But for me personally, that isn't a goal of mine. Because I couldn't imagine it's stressful. I couldn't imagine the pressure of being the number one. With fame and popularity comes a lot of supporters and people who will love you, but there is an equal amount, if not even more, people that will dislike you and hate you and always try to tear you down, no matter what, and always see the worst in you, etc., kind of thing. So is double-edged sword the right analogy? Double-edged sword? More money, more problems. Yeah, a double-edged sword, I think, yeah. Where it's, you have a lot of amazing people that support you, but you also have a ton of haters, tons. Get a lot of opportunities, but also everyone expects, right? Yeah, people will expect a lot from you, and your words and like things you say oh god, there's a siren outside. Wee woo, wee woo. It's like you have to be careful with the way you say and phrase things, because if you say one thing and mean one thing, but people take it a different way and think you mean a different thing, it becomes complicated and difficult. And it's not easy to clear it up. It's not easy to clear up like your intent and meaning to a larger group of people who do not want to listen. So yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why corporate VTubers aren't allowed to talk about politics, controversial takes and opinions, etc., because they are representing the company and their reputation is the company's reputation. So, sorry, I am super ranting and rambling right now. sometimes I get a little bit too far off topic. But going back on the topic, I feel really happy for her that she is able to be her own person now, and she can represent herself and decide what she wants to be known for, and not what a company wants her to be known for. And she talked about the paper boat. It was really cute when she said the paper boat. But the paper boat symbolism here, I can read it to you. If it paper boat symbolism, I can read you a little snippet of what paper boat symbolism means. Fragility. So being fragile, the fragility of life, dreams, and innocence, the journey and letting go. Paper boat floating down a stream can symbolize a journey, a letting go, or a transition. Hopes and dreams. Paper boat can represent hope, wishes, and desire. Loss and grief, even. Resilience, creativity, and imagination, and stuff like that. I'm a little bit of a I'm a little bit of a sucker for like symbolism, for like really deep things like that. I don't know. I've always kind of been like that. So I found it to be really touching and holds a lot of emotions. Back, thank you so much for that resub. Welcome back. Thank you. She talked about the paper boat. Yeah, it was a deep moment. Yes, I know she wanted to keep it lighthearted, so she didn't go into it. But yeah. I could feel it. But you know, I'm just really happy for her. And I'm glad that she gets to be her own person. Is Leon here, by the way? No. He's probably sleeping. Hi, Akira, welcome in. Hello. He said before I started stream, he said, I'm going to sleep. Hi Trev, welcome. Thanks for following. Otapad, have a good one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I enjoyed seeing you. Yeah. Hi Fred, welcome. Yeah, Fred's here though. Yeah, no worries, Mitsuki. Don't you feel she will get that level of fame again though? Oh yeah, definitely. But the difference is that she oh look, Leon's here. Yeah, the difference is that she gets to decide what she wants to be known for and represented by, and isn't being controlled or limited. I don't know. I feel like Hololive is kind of controlling. I know that controlling kind of makes it sound negative, but yeah. Good morning, farm boy. Welcome. Good morning. But yeah, I'm happy. Anyways, I wanted to show you, basically, Sava's debut. I enjoyed it a lot. I had a lot of fun. Do you wear prescription glasses? I do. I also have glasses as well, so I can actually see. Mm. I can see. I sees. I sees. What was I saying? Yeah, I enjoyed Saba's debut a lot. I'm really happy for her. It makes me really, really happy to see all of the support she's getting. I know when you transfer from a bigger name to indie, it might feel a little daunting. Like, what if nobody will support me again, kind of thing. It might be like one of those fears that are it might be seen as an irrational fear, but it's it's valid to have that worry of like, what if nobody wants to support me anymore, kind of thing, and I lose the amazing community I used to have. But yeah, where she had like, I think at one point she had 200,000 people watching her debut. Like that's gotta be a record, right? It's gotta be. But yeah, I can tell. Not only from the amount of people watching her debut, but just everybody in her chat, cheering her on, being really supportive. You love to see it, man. See, like, this is why I love like streaming and content creation and VTubers, because you can bring people together, and we can all just have a good time, and then things feel a little bit better in life, Yeah, 200k, that's crazy. Oh my god, I'm so happy for her. We get Unhinged Cat back. I'm sure she will say some out-of-pocket things for the funds. Being in the back of my head. Yeah. I mean, personally, when I was figuring out how to grow my channel and my social medias and different places where I post content, and also just like streams in general, I definitely had a prominent fear of like, what if nobody comes to stream today? Like, what if just nobody shows up? And then I'm streaming to no one. And then I feel like I'm wasting my time. I think that's a very, very valid fear that streamers in particular have. Very valid, and I think it's very common. Yeah, very valid, very common. It is disheartening, but I think it also, even though it's disheartening, I think it makes you, it's also an opportunity to make you strong, if that makes sense, to like overcome that fear and kind of fight with it in your brain and make your brain realize that this is an irrational fear. And depending on where you are in your journey, you can justify like your progress and like where you are and say like, I am learning to be a better streamer, or I'm learning to be a better content creator. Just because I may not be where I want to be doesn't mean I'll never get there, etc. Thank you, Brad. Thank you. when did I start streaming? I started streaming... I think my first stream was in 2018. Sometime late December 2018, I did no face cam streaming. And then in 2021, I started VTubing. Giving up is not an option. Although people who do give up, it's not a bad thing, because sometimes it's actually smart to give up. I'm not saying you should, but you need to also be realistic and assess, like, is this something you enjoy? Do you like streaming to begin with? And do you have the skills to be a streamer? And not everybody starts with the skills to be a streamer. Like I did not start with the skills to be a streamer. I spent years building up my experience to be where I am today. Also, thank you, Hannah, for the lurk. Sorry, I'm rambling. Thank you. I'm glad you like my model soybean. Thank you. Hi, Mush. Hello, welcome. But anyways, what I'm saying is, like, you have to determine for yourself if you think gaining experience to become a better streamer is something that you want to do. And nobody else can decide that for you but you. Yeah. And it's not fast, and it's not easy. It takes time and effort, and you will have a lot of self-doubts. You can have the biggest ego that you're the greatest while you're learning to be a better streamer, but you will still have those self-doubts in the back of your brain. Yep. So yeah, it really depends. But for some people, giving up is completely valid if they don't think it's something that they want to pursue anymore. But people who are determined to, self-improve, then yes, I agree. Giving up is not an option. Also, I think the Twitch ads are over, or have been over while I was rambling. Sorry. I am like super rambling today. I'm going off on tangents. I didn't even get to show you guys my Saba drawing. Yuchi, shut the fuck up. Yesterday I started working on the Saba drawing. It's not done yet. I'm still working on it, but it's a you would call this a work in progress. But this is my Saba work in progress. Her design is just so cute. There's a few things that I want to touch up and change, but overall, it's going in a really good direction that I like. What do I draw on? I have a Huon Canvas Pro 16 something, maybe some other numbers. It's a drawing tablet. It's a screen drawing tablet. Yeah, I have 2 college degrees in art and design, so I got a good tablet for that. And now I'm a VTuber. Great life decisions from Yuchi. Do I use Clip Studio? I do. $50 Wacom? I started with $100 Wacom tablet when I first started digital. But yeah, when I went to college for when I went to college for art and design, that's when I was like, I should upgrade to a more professional tablet. immediately recognized my style? Really? Wow. Did I make and rig my own model? No. My VTuber model artist is Nudie, and my VTuber rig artist is Veko. Yes. Anyways. We've been here for over an hour and I haven't read a single page of the book. I'm sorry I'm such a yapper. Although I don't know if you mind that much, but sometimes people get upset at me when I get extremely sidetracked and forget about the thing that I came here for. Oh, you have a profile picture in Discord. Oh, that's kind of cool that your friend knows my art style, because I wouldn't consider my art to be very popular or anything, or well known by any means. So that's it's kind of making. I kind of feel flustered. Excited for the final result. Me too. Me too. I might work on it later this week, depending on what I have to do in life. Depending on what I have to do in life. Plink, plink. Oh, the Boxy, thank you for following like 5 minutes ago. Sorry, I was probably rambling, and once again was rambling. Anyways, okay, yeah. Was there anything else? Yeah, the book. Okay, before we start the book, was there anything else that we wanted to talk about? Was there anything you guys wanted to talk about with me? Like any questions? Or be like, bring something up to me that I maybe forgot about? Because sometimes that happens. Sometimes, I mean, besides the book. Besides the book, sometimes people are like, hey, Yuchi, did you remember to do this thing that you said you were gonna do? And I'm like, oh my god, I didn't remember. Okay, I'm gonna read them. Want to play with my tail? No. Alright, where's my bookmark? Oh jeez. Where's my what? Bookmark? Bookmark, where are you? Oh, there it is. We're in chapter 27. Right, hi, welcome. Yeah, have a good nap, Mitsuki. Okay, so in this book, the chapters are very short. They're more like short stories of like Jeanette telling memories of certain things that happened. So the chapters are very short, like maybe like a couple pages or less. But we are on chapter 27. Alright, here we go. Ned, shower time! Mom shouts from another room. My whole body freezes. Oh no, not shower time. I've dreaded showers for a while, 5 years or so. Whenever it was that I started to feel uncomfortable, that Mom still showers me. She doesn't mean to make me feel uncomfortable, I don't think. She says she has to shower me because I wouldn't know how to shampoo and condition my own hair. She says maybe if it wasn't so long or such a specific texture, that she wouldn't have to. But because it is those things, and since she was a professional hairstylist, it just makes sense for her to do it. Mom showers me with Scotty sometimes. That's her brother. One of her brothers. He's almost 16 at this point. I get really embarrassed when she showers us together. I can tell he does too. We usually just look away from each other and Scott distracts himself by drawing Pokemon in the fogged glass. He does a pretty good Charizard. When she showers us together, Mom says it's because she's got too much to do. Scott asked if he could shower himself once. Mom sobbed and said she didn't want him to grow up, so he never asked again after that. Yikes. Whether or not Scott's there with me, Mom gives me a breast and front butt exam. This is what she calls my private parts. Oh my god, she's so invasive. She says she wants to make sure I don't have any mysterious lumps or bumps because they could be cancer. I mean, that is true, but still. I said okay because I definitely don't want cancer. But since Mom's had it and all, she would know if I do. She can do it by herself. She can teach Danette how to do it by herself. Jesus. I usually just try and think of Disneyland when Mom's doing the exams. I think of the next time Grandpa will sign us in. I think of the parade and the fireworks and the characters all happy and everything. By the time the exams are done, a huge wave of relief washes over my whole body, and I usually realize that that's the first time I felt my body since the exam started. It's weird. When the exams are happening, I feel like I'm outside of myself. Like my body is a shell I'm disconnected from, and I'm living entirely in my thoughts. My Main Street Fantasyland Mr. Toad's Wild Ride thoughts. Actually, I usually don't think of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride because as much as people love it, I don't think that ride's mediocre. I think that ride's mediocre. This book kind of fucked up. It's her life experience. Like, this actually happened. Ned? Mom calls out again. My body's still frozen. I swell and force a response up my throat. I'm ready. She's showering me alone tonight. I know because I have an audition for House tomorrow, and I've noticed this pattern that whenever I have an audition, Mom showers me alone. I think it's because she wants to make sure she's getting the shampooing and conditioning just right so that my hair will look perfectly glossy for the casting director. Mom says this business is shallow and that glossy hair can be the difference between getting a callback or not. My breath is shaky as I sit down my schoolwork and get up off the couch. My hands are clammy. I try and focus on the relief I'll feel as soon as the exams are done, and I know the shower's just about over. I try and focus on that lightness, that feeling that everything's better and rosier for the rest of the night. I'm trying. I get to the bathroom. Mom won't let me turn on the faucet because she says it's tricky to twist the handles and get the right temperature, so I wait for her. While I wait, I take off my pants, then my underwear, then my shirt. I step into the shower and hear the drip of the leaking faucet. I study the mold on it. It's white and blue and crusty. I hear Mom's footsteps as she approaches the bathroom. I'm off to Fantasyland. Oof. Main character. No, this is a autobiography. This is Jeanette McCurdy retelling things that happened in her childhood from her narcissistic and controlling mother. So these are things that she lived through. Okay. Now we're on to chapter 28. It's really sad. It is very sad. I'm sitting in the back of the Ford Windstar. We're driving to the art supply warehouse to visit Dustin on his shift. Dustin seems to hate this, but Mom loves it. I think she enjoys knowing people who work at the place she's visiting. I think it makes her feel like a VIP. Her posture and energy shift completely whenever she walks into Best Buy to visit Marcus. These are her brothers. She has 3 brothers. Or the ticket stand at Disneyland to visit Grandpa. She gets this aura like she owns the place. I love seeing Mom so confident. We drive over. Mom's on the phone with the bill collector, asking for an extension when she turns to me excitedly. Susan's calling. I know why Susan's calling. Yesterday, I screen tested for a show called iCarly. Oh my gosh, this is it. This is the iCarly part. A new Nickelodeon show about young teenagers who create a web show together. And next week, I'm supposed to screen test for a show called Californication, a new Showtime show about a man who mistreats women. By the time you get to the screen test for a TV show, they already have the contracts all written up. And apparently, it's good when you're testing for more than one show at a time because your manager can use that as leverage to get you the best deal possible. Mom loves saying the word leverage. On calls with Susan, she says it makes her sound in the know. There's also this weird rule that whichever show tests you first gets first choice on whether to pick you or not. They get a designated amount of time to decide if they for sure want you. Then if they haven't decided by that point, the other network gets first choice. Who's the author of this book? The author is Jeanette McCurdy, the actress famously known as Sam from iCarly. This is her experience growing up with her narcissistic mother and her mother pushing the mother's dream of being an actress onto her daughter, if that makes sense. I say thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome. This is an autobiography from Jeanette. Retelling her experiences growing up. I had my screen test for iCarly yesterday, so they have first choice as to whether they want me. Susan calling right now means Nickelodeon has made up their mind. As excited as Mom is to talk to Susan, she finishes up with the bill collector first, like she always does. I'm not gonna drop the call after I've been waiting on hold for an hour. True. Mom weeps her way through an extension, but by the time she hangs up with Brandon from Spirit PCS, her tears are dry. While she dials Susan, she thrusts her hand back behind her and toward me. I'm sitting in my booster seat. I'm 14 and still in the booster seat. I have to lunge forward as far as I can to grip her hand. And since the seat buckle is pulled through the booster seat, the length of the belt is shortened, so it locks sooner. The second I lean forward to grab Mom's hand, the belt makes the clicking sound of it locking. I'm trying to reach her hand, but I can't. Click, click, click. Hi, can I speak with Susan? This is Debbie McCurdy. Click, click, click. Mom's hand wags around, trying to find me. Our fingers almost graze. Okay, yeah, I think I can figure out how to put it on speaker. Mom presses buttons aimlessly on her phone until something works, and Susan's voice starts blaring from the phone speaker. She booked iCarly! She booked iCarly! Mom's hand flies forward to accompany her woohoo in what can only be described as a questionable fist bump. Whatever it is, it takes her hand away from mine, and my whole body feels that. But just for a second, because then it hits me. I booked my first series regular role. Mom pulls into the art supply warehouse parking lot while we both scream at the top of our lungs. She pulls into a reserved for handicap space. She's thrilled she has a handicap card since her diverticulosis diagnosis. I unbuckle my seatbelt as quickly as I can. I jump into Mom's arms. She squeezes me. I'm elated. Everything's going to be different now. Everything's going to be better. Mom will finally be happy. Her dream has come true. Interesting how she says her dream comes true and not Jeanette's dream. That must be an exciting moment though. Tonka, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you're enjoying the reading book. Chapter 29. Big Funky, hello, welcome. Hope you're doing well today. Alright, chapter 29. We are close to halfway through done with the book. Ooh. Making good progress. Oh, a fruit basket. Mom unwinds the twist tie and starts peeling off the cellophane wrapping. Pineapple's really high in sugar, but you can have some of this cantaloupe and honeydew. Okay. Oh god, water. Oh, my throat. I'm not drinking enough water. Oof, it is dry. Dry AF. Okay. Mom yanks 2 cantaloupe skewers out of the basket. Just as she's about to pass mine to me, she has a second thought and places it back. We can split one, she says. We start chewing on our flower-shaped cantaloupe pieces as we look around at the other baskets on my dressing room table. There's a basket of teas from Coast to Coast, an at-home spa basket from Susan, and a meat and cheese basket from Nickelodeon. Oh, fancy. We can take that one home for Grandpa and the boys, Mom tells me. This is the first difference I notice about being a series regular. You get a lot of baskets. I never got one basket in all of my years as a guest star. Although I did get my guest star spot on Karen Cisco, Robert Forster did give me a silver pen with my name engraved on it, and he gave Mom a silver shoehorn. What's a shoehorn? I don't know if that's... Shoehorn? Oh, it's an old-fashioned thing. Right, I remember those. Huh, shoehorn. interesting. So, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome. Okay. And he gave Mom a silver shoehorn. What a guy. Today is our first day back to work after being officially picked up for a first season order. After you shoot the pilot of a TV show, the network executes watch all the pilots and pick about a third of them to actually get made into a series. We were part of the lucky third, and even cooler than that, we got the highest episode order of all the pickup shows. Most of them got 10 or 13 episode pickups. We got 20. Mom says this is probably because of my outstanding performance as Sam Puckett, a zinger-slinging, rough-around-the-edges tomboy with a heart of gold who, ironically compared to my experience with it, loves food. You ready to run lines, Angel? Mom's asks. Sure, I say, even though I'm never ready. I still get nervous to practice lines with Mom. I thought my being cast as a series regular might help her lighten up a bit, but she hasn't. Oof. Where's my voice? She hasn't. She's still so critical. It's stressful. I take a deep breath in to get ready for my first line when there's a loud knock at my door, at my dressing room door. Okay, let me pause for a second. I need more water. Yeah, and thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hello, Wiggles. Happy early birthday. I hope you have some fun plans for yourself. Kind of moment. Answer it, Mom tells me as she slaps her thigh, as exasperated to be interrupted the second before we started. I pull open the purple door, and on the carpet in front of me is yet another basket. This one's filled with movie theater snacks, Milk Duds and Twizzlers, and a few packets of popcorn. In the middle of the basket is a $100 gift card. $100 gift card to ArcLight, the fanciest movie theater I've ever seen. And the one just up the street from Nickelodeon Studios, where we shoot the show. Mom and I saw a movie at ArcLight the week that we shot the pilot. But Mom said there was no chance in hell she was paying $13.75 for a movie ticket. Understandable. I don't care how surrounded their sound is. Surround sound. This gift card is the highest dollar amount gift card I've ever seen. I almost can't believe it. It's from Miranda, I tell Mom, shocked. $100 to ArcLight. Miranda is my co-star on iCarly. She plays the titular role of Carly Shay, a sweet, feminine teenage girl with her best friends Sam and Freddie, played by my other co-star Nathan. Starts a web series. Mom says they didn't flesh out Miranda's character very well. Poor thing gets all of the exposition. She's a pretty girl, but it's a shame her character has no personality. Oh my god. Jesus. Man, I don't even remember. Does Carly really not have personality? would say Sam definitely has a strong personality, but I feel like, yeah, maybe Carly is a little bit more mellow, but that doesn't make it bad. Oh my god. Jasper, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hi, Dusk. Oh, hi, Ren. Welcome. Mitsuki was slandering you earlier. I forget what she said. It wasn't actually that bad. It was just a little tease. She just mentioned you for being a cat. It was some kind of like cat behavior thing, and she was like, "Oh, Ren is like that." Don't worry, she was basically complimenting you from afar. She was basically just calling you cute. Don't worry about it. I know her intentions. She's fine about that. Okay, moving on. Oh yeah, we just got to the part where Jeanette booked her role as Sam Puckett in iCarly. So this is actually a really exciting part because I really enjoyed watching iCarly when I was younger. And I still actually watch it on Netflix sometimes. As like background noise. It's a really good background noise show. You know? Put it on in the background and just have it playing. Yeah, okay. I look back down at the basket. I'm really surprised that another child actor would be so nice to me. Usually there's such a sense of competition. This gesture is the opposite of that. I'm touched. I reached into the basket. You're not getting anywhere near those milk duds, but that's very nice of her. Now let's practice your lines. What about this? Mom, on to chapter 30. Here, they made a new iCarly. Was she in it? Jeanette was not. Jeanette has retired from any and all acting. But I do believe Miranda and Nathan were in it. What about this? Mom asks as she holds up a TY plush panda bear. We're in Hallmark greeting cards at the Westminster Mall. Since Miranda got a gift for me to celebrate the start of the season, we're picking out one for her too. Mom wags the panda around. It's a cute little panda. Plus it rhymes with her name. Miranda, panda. Cute, right? Oh, that is cute. Yeah, it's really cute. Maybe we could just keep looking around to make sure that's the absolute best gift. I think this with the fuzzy journal. And we're good, right? Mom asks. Sure, right. Hi, trash can. Hello. I swallow. We're not good. Miranda got me a very expensive gift card to a fancy movie theater. That is a cool gift. A TY stuffed animal and a fuzzy journal is not a cool gift. I used to think these were cool gifts up until a few months ago. I thought my rainbow bell bottoms from the children's place and my quiz books from Limited 2 were cool. But since meeting Miranda, my cool radar has shifted. Hello, Solomon. Welcome. Thank you for following. The first time I met her was at my screen test for iCarly. She was leaning against the wall, sipping Coke from a glass bottle, and texting on her sidekick. Whoa, Coke and a sidekick? This girl knows what's up. We talked briefly at the screen test, but not much more than introductions because we were rushed into the room to do our scenes together for the long table executives. We didn't talk a ton during the shooting of the pilot either. I felt shy, and it seemed to me like she did too. We ran our lines between takes and said an enthusiastic "Bye, see you tomorrow" at the end of each day, but there wasn't much else in between. I studied her from afar though. Miranda seemed to have an independence I didn't have, and it fascinated me. She walked alone to pick up food from a different nearby restaurant each day, alone. What's that like? Then I'd always hear when she came walking back into the studio because she'd be playing Gwen Stefani or Avril Lavigne from her sidekick. I knew of these artists, but Mom didn't allow me to listen to them because she said their music might make me want to do bad things. Classic. On set, Miranda said cuss words like shit and ass, and she took the Lord's name in vain at least 50 times a day. Mom warned me not to get too close to Miranda because she doesn't believe in God. Nathan is okay for me to get close to, Mom says, because he does. Southern Baptists are no Mormons, but at least we've got Jesus in common. I see. Even though Mom said not to get close to Miranda, I really wanted to. I wanted some of her coolness to rub off on me. And she seemed nice too, which is hard to be if you're cool. I had my fingers crossed that somehow, despite our mutual shyness, a friendship between us would develop. But then, unfortunately, it didn't seem likely. Each day that passed where we didn't exchange phone numbers, it felt like we were getting further away from a potential friendship. Until on the last day of shooting the pilot, just as Miranda was leaving set, she turned back and said, "Hey Jeanette, do you have AIM?" "Not really," I said, thinking she was talking about throwing things. Oh, aim. Throwing things. I've never had good aim. "You don't have AOL Instant Messenger?" She seemed shocked. "Oh, AIM," I said. Oh, she pronounced it, she said, "Hey Jeanette, do you have AIM?" As in AIM, not actual aim. Got it. I said, hoping I sounded convincing, like I knew what it was, even though I still didn't. "Yeah, I have it." "Cool, add me." "Cool." And I felt it. As soon as I got home that day, I had Marcus sign me up for an account. Over AIM, our friendship blossomed. Miranda and I spent hours talking every day on it. Aww, that's sweet. Also, I feel like Jeanette has never had a close friend growing up, because not only was she homeschooled, but like the only other kids she's talked about were like kids in her acting classes or dance classes or the kids from Sunday school. But this is really nice. It sounds like, yeah, makes me happy. Thank you, Mint, for the follow. Welcome. Good. Oh god, AOL, the classic. What was this, early 2000s probably? Early 2000s? Or was it the 90s? I don't remember. Hi Renzel, hello, welcome. Let's see. Okay. Sometimes if Mom walked past and asked me what I was doing, I'd tell her I was talking to Miranda, but most of the time I'd shrink the AIM text bubble, lie, and say I was doing schoolwork. She didn't question me. She'd leave the room, and then I'd pull up the text bubble back up and start laughing. Even though in person, Miranda seemed shy and quiet, she had a distinct and hilarious personality through her written words. So many of the things she said made me laugh. Her way of observing things, people, habits, human nature. I loved her, and I was so excited we were becoming friends. But now Mom's lame gifts were going to ruin it. Back at work, I set the gift bag down and knocked 3 times on Miranda's door. Then I rushed back to my dressing room. I didn't want to see her reaction when she opened the stuffed animal and fuzzy journal. I was too embarrassed. Miranda didn't mention the gifts at first, not for almost our entire workday. I'm scared our friendship may be over. Wait, maybe over. But then, as we're walking towards the parking lot with our moms at the end of the day, she turned to me and through nervous laughter says, "Thanks for the stuffed animal. It's really cute." "You're welcome. And the journal too. I'm excited to get back to journaling." "Awesome." She smiles at me. I can tell she's just being nice, but I appreciate the kindness. See you later on AIM later, she says with a wave. "Okay," I say excitedly, a little too excitedly, even if she didn't like her panda and fuzzy journal, even if she was just being nice when she said thanks for them, she still wants to be friends. I'm so glad I have AIM. How far in the book? We're getting really close to being halfway through done with the book so far. I gotta drink water. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't mind me, I'm just choking on water, sorry. I sipped my water bottle from a weird angle and the water shot straight into the back of my throat. I'm okay. Beep. Streamer's greatest weakness, hydration. That's the truth. Trashy, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Mom is too much of a groovy person. I know, I'm not sure. Sorry, I was thinking about how to respond to that. I'm not sure how to respond to that, but I guess I'm glad you respect your mom. Maybe? I don't know if that's a appropriate response. Sorry, I do not mean to come off as offensive or anything. I'm just not sure how to respond to your comment. Sorry, Drew. Ah, Tails, good morning. Yay! Tails is here to mod for us. Thank you. She's cool. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad that you and your mom get along well. Oh yeah, that's what I meant to say. That's the correct English and terming and wording. Yeah, I'm glad that you and your mom have a good relationship. Mm-hmm. Sleep schedule is cooked. No, it's fine. I mean, I started stream at like, wait, some almost 2 hours ago. Morning, Saga. Hello. Stylo, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Nah. Tails, we're in the section of the book where Jeanette has started her work on iCarly, which has been a lot of fun reading so far. I've enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. Nah. Okay. Anyways, yeah, we're on chapter 31 right now. 31. I'm standing behind the curtain in the dressing room of the soundstage that we shoot the show on. My arms are folded across my body. My foot is tapping anxiously. I don't want to come out from behind the curtain. Come on out, Ned. They'll just get one picture and then you'll be good to go. Okay. I step out. I feel my cheeks blush with embarrassment. I hate this feeling. The feeling of so much of my body being exposed. It feels sexual to me. I'm ashamed. Hi guys, welcome into chat. Hello. Thank you. I'm glad you like my new model. Would you like to see the whole thing? Here, I'll quickly show you the full body. The full body one. And then this is the other outfit I have as well. Yeah. I'm glad you guys like it. Yeah. Okay. Onwards with reading before I lose my place forever. You look great, the wardrobe assistant who's always sewing. Wait, sewing? Sewing? Wait, what? SEWING. That's not sewing. Sewing? No. Sewing would be SUE. Sewing. Let's say sewing. Sewing yell says. I don't know what this. Sewing yell says from across the room without looking up from her sewing machine. Oh yeah, sewing machine. Okay. I worry that great means sexual. I fold my arms across my body and try to cover it up more. I hunch my shoulders over like a little cave to protect me. I don't want to look sexual. I want to look like a child. Because she is 14 and she is a child. I'll definitely push for the one piece. But thank you for humoring me and trying on the bikini. Wait, what? The head of wardrobe always... The head of wardrobe says while she pulls up her hair into a bun and pins it into place with chopsticks. Sure. I say, unable to look at her or at Mom, who sits on the stairs in the opposite corner of the room. Set your arms down, Angel. Try to look more comfortable, Mom tells me. I set them down. I'm no more comfortable. Shoulders back, Mom does the gesture herself to lead by example. I pull my shoulders back the way she loves, and I hate. I don't like puffing out my chest. I'm not proud of my chest and the little nipple buds on it. And the only reason for puffing out something is if you're proud of it. I hate this. Man, that's brutal. This wardrobe person is making a 14-year-old wear a bikini. Damn. Shamia, hello, welcome. Konnichiwa. Nihongo wakarimasen. Eiga o onegai shimasu. There's my amazing broken Japanese. Gomen nasai. Nihongo wakarimasen. Gomen ne. Don't worry, any parent would get their child near Hollywood. It's because her mother wanted to be an actress herself, but her mother's parents, aka her grandparents, didn't want her mom to become an actress, so she's pushing her dream of becoming an actress onto her daughter, basically. It's good enough to be understandable, and that's good. I know super basic Japanese words and maybe phrases. But basically what I said is in super broken Japanese, I don't know Japanese. English, please. And then I said, sorry, don't know Japanese, basically. In super broken Japanese. Clodsire! You like my Clodsire? My Clodsire's his name is Sir Queasy. When the moment I saw him, I knew his name would be Sir Queasy. Yeah, his name is Sir Queasy. And the little seal next to him, that's Lady Nemu. Clodsire is so cute. He's so friend-shaped. He's round. Good morning. Do you know French a little? No, I do not. I know. Yeah, I'm English is my native, and then I am familiar with super basic Spanish and Japanese, and that's the only other languages. And maybe like 1 or 2 words in Portuguese, just because Portuguese and Spanish are somewhat similar. They share similar spelling, but I think pronunciation is different. Nani ke? Is there another ASMR stringer? Really? Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, I had a community member get me the Lady Nemu when I was actually back in college, so at least a few years ago. And since they got it for me, I let them name it, and they named it Lady Nemu. And yeah, and then when I get my Clodsire, then I named it Sir Queasy. And Lady Nemu and Sir Queasy are best friends. They actually sit together in my room on my bed. Portuguese, Spanish, and Italian are somewhat... Yeah, I realized that. Like, the spelling of all those languages have similarities. French, Romanian, Polish. Oh. I think Twitch ads are playing, so I'm gonna take a few minutes break to just kind of rest my voice, drink water and stuff, and then I will continue reading. So yeah, I'm gonna take a health break. I'll be back in a few minutes. Let me find the place where I was reading. Oh, we're at the top here. At the top here. Okay, marking my place. Yeah. Health break. I'll be back in a couple minutes. BRB, everybody. Hello. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for waiting. Beep. I feel like it's healthy to take at least a couple minutes during a live stream to just rest your voice for a moment. I also have throat muscle tension, so I feel like it's very important for me to do health-wise. But yeah, thank you everybody for being patient. I need to find my place again. Where's my bookmark? There it is. Oh yeah. Continuing with chapter 31. Here we go. I want to be done with this wardrobe fitting. I asked if I could please just try on one pieces with board shorts, the way that I feel most comfortable in a bathing suit, being covered up. But our wardrobe designer said that the creator explicitly asked for bikinis. The creator is asking 14-year-olds to wear bikinis. The red flags are flying already. Hi Spartan, hello. I'm reading my book and enjoying it a lot. And so she had to at least have me try on one or two of them, so he had the option. Okay, take a few steps forward toward me so I can get a picture. Our wardrobe designer tells me as she pulls her Polaroid camera up to her eye. I take a few steps forward. She snaps the photo. What do you say? Want to try the last bikini? She asks me like she's tempting me. It confuses me when people throw a spin on the delivery of something to overcompensate for the fact that the thing we're delivering is unpleasant. Can I just, can I not? I ask. Can I leave it at the one I just tried? Well, he wants options, the wardrobe designer says, pulling an over-exaggerated you-know-him kind of expression that doesn't resonate because I don't know him. Not really. I've only met him a few times. He seems effusive and boisterous to me, but Mom says he's heard rumblings from crew members that he's got hair trigger temper and to be sure not to get on his bad side. I pick my nails. Come on, Ned, just one more, Mom urges me. Okay, I said. I try on the last bikini. It's blue with a green stripe around the edges of it. There are ties on the bottoms. I hate the way the ties trickle down my legs. I feel sick to my stomach. What, Mochi? Oh, he's just being cute. Never mind. My baby. I look at myself in the dressing room mirror. I'm small. I know I'm small. But I worry that my body is fighting the smallness. It's trying to develop, to grow. I feel like I'm barely hanging onto my childlike body and the innocence that comes with it. I'm terrified of being looked at like a sexual being. It's disgusting. I'm not that. I am this. I am a child. I step out of the dressing room. The wardrobe designer snaps my picture. You look great, the ever-sewing wardrobe assistant calls out again without looking up. Tough. Thank you, Josh, for the follow. Welcome. Welcome. On to chapter 32. Our lips are touching. He's moving his mouth around a bit, but I can't move mine. I'm frozen. His eyes are closed. Mine aren't. Mine are wide open, staring at him. It's so odd staring at a person while your faces are touching. I don't like it. I can smell his hair gel. Move your head around a bit more, Jeanette, the creator yells off camera. Sometimes, even when the camera's rolling, producers or directors shout things off camera. As long as they're not overlapping a line of dialogue, the editor can just take out the yelling in post-production. I try to do as the creator tells me. I honestly try, but I can't bring myself to do it. My body is stiff, unflinching. My body is rejecting my mind. My mind is saying, who cares that this is your first kiss? That your first kiss is on camera. Get it over with. Do what you're told. My body is saying, no, I don't want this. I don't want my first kiss to be like this. I want my first kiss to be a real first kiss, not a kiss on a TV show. I disdain the part of me that's romantic. I'm embarrassed by it. Mom's been very clear about how boys are a waste of time and will only disappoint me. Damn. And how I should just focus on my career, which I get. So I try to force it anyway. But as much as I try to force it away, that romantic part of me is still there, and it's been there for a while. It's really tough to read and listen to. Yeah, this is not an easy book. Don't worry guys, the next book will be very nice and fun to listen to, I think. It's about cats. It's about feral cats. Surely it cannot get too bad. Hopefully. I wonder about boys sometimes. What it would be like to love one. I wonder if one will ever love me. I fantasize about watching the Disneyland fireworks together, about holding hands, about resting my head on his chest, about laughing together. I used to wonder about kissing, how it would work. It's a thing you can't practice ahead of time. It just happens at some point. Do you just go with it? Is it difficult? What do lips taste like? Probably skin. I know that. Lips taste like skin. Unless if they're wearing a lipstick or something. These are all questions that now, in this moment, I have answers to. The music's going completely. I'm sorry, that's my background music. Is it too loud? I can turn it down. Is the background music too loud? Uh-oh. Please don't fall. Okay, I turned it down. Like 10 decibels. I think that should be okay, potentially. You try to just go with it, and if you're Nathan, my co-star, it seems like you can. But if you're me, you can't. If you're me, you're just thinking about every single little thing that's happening. Your mind is racing, and you can't wait for it to be over with. It is difficult. Lips taste like Blistex chapstick. I start to wonder if all of this would be different if I loved the person. Maybe that's the secret ingredient, the missing piece. Maybe if I were kissing somebody I loved, it would be a magical and incredible, and not this terrifying rush of anxiety. Cut! The director yells off camera. His mouth is full of something. I hear his footsteps as he pads over to us carrying a paper plate piled with cheese slices and unwraps mini candy bars. The crew parts like the Red Sea, letting the creator pass by them and walk up to us. I'm assuming the creator is Dan Schneider. The creator looks me right in the eye, but doesn't say anything for 4 or 5 seconds. I almost start to laugh, thinking he might be messing with me for fun like he does sometimes. But then I recognize that there's a deep anger in him. This is no time for laughter. Finally he speaks. Jeanette, more head movement. He turns and walks away. Why aren't we rolling? He shouts. The camera rolls. We start the scene. I don't even know the words coming out of my mouth, but I trust that they must be the words that were written on the pages because nobody's stopping me. I'm saying I'm speaking gibberish. My heart is pounding, my hands are clammy. Here it comes, here it comes. We lean in, our lips touch, lips feel nasty. They're like little gross fleshy piles of flesh. That's funny. Description. It's disgusting to be a person. Shoot, I'm supposed to move my head. I start moving it. Back and forth, back and forth. I sway it around. It doesn't feel natural, so I'm sure it doesn't look natural. Nathan, as his character Freddy, finally breaks away. Cut! The creator shouts. I can tell by his tone that he isn't happy. He looks like the assistant director. He looks to the assistant director. Do we have time for another? Not really, sir. We've got to head to scene J if we're gonna wrap up in time. Fine, he says angrily. That was not ideal, but fine. We'll move on. I'll be at Crafty. The creator storms off, heading to Crafty for his chips or his bagel or his minestrone soup. I watch him go. I'm sad. I didn't please him. Hey, we're done, Nathan says kindly, knowing how nervous I was to do my first kiss on screen with him. Yeah, I say with a nervous half laugh. We're done. Just like that, my first kiss is over with, and my second kiss, and my third kiss, and my fourth, and fifth, and sixth, and seventh, technically, since we did 7 takes. No worries, Tails. Good morning, Brett. Hello. Yeah, that's tough. I feel like it's tough to expect a convincing and good romantic scene out of 14-year-olds because they are children and don't have any experience, unless if they're dating since they were like 6 or something, which, you know, typically kids shouldn't be dating when they're like super young like that. Kids should just be kids and like yeah, I think the creator is Dan Schneider. You guys heard like all of the news about him, right? How he was not a good person and did not treat people nicely or well. Yeah. Above average gamer, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yeah. It's unfortunate because iCarly and Victorious were both shows that I really enjoyed, but like they were fun to watch, but it's unfortunate that like he was the one directing it. Yeah. Anyway, on to chapter 33. Getting real close to being halfway through. Thank you, Nemu, for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I didn't think that we were gonna start it. Yeah. Although, Ariana was also on Broadway. So I think Victorious technically wasn't her first acting role. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure she started on Broadway. I think. I don't remember Ariana Grande's acting history. She's so different now, I know, right? That just goes to show people can change. Mochi, what you doing? Oh, he's chasing his tail again. He's so silly. Like cat is so silly. He's gonna be 5 years old this year, and he still chases his tail like a kitten. You'll get the tail eventually, don't worry, buddy. He's... He's so cute. Why are you so cute? Did you get it? You got it. Oh my god, you got it. He did it. He got his tail. I say he got it, but he kind of just sat on it, so he couldn't move it away from his reach. Oh my god. Cats are so cute. Why are cats so cute? They're so derpy and silly. I love them. Kuma, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Thank you. Okay, anyways, reading. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Make sure you smile a lot with teeth. When you do your no teeth smile, it looks kind of forlorn. Hello, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Mom tells me as she changes lanes on the 405. We're on our way to a lunch meeting with the creator. I'm nervous because Mom says a lot is at stake. She thinks this could be I'm thinking of giving you a spin-off. Right, he did Sam and Cat. Giving you a spin-off lunch date, since it's very common for him to write spin-off shows for characters of his current shows. I've thought about telling Mom. I think we might be disappointed if we put that expectation on it, but I haven't said a word. She does well when she has something in my life to look forward to. And don't forget to act really interested in whatever he says, really engaged. Mom tells me, try and make your eyes a little wider if you can. It'll help him pop. Oof. Excuse me. I nod along. One of us should oh my god. One of us should bring up my cancer too, to really get him on our side. I can take that if you'd like. Sure. Great, Mom says excitedly. We get to lunch right on time. The creator's already there, sunglasses on, even though he's indoors. He lifts them up when he sees us. He stands up from the booth, hugs Mom first, then hugs me into a tight squeeze, picking me up off the ground. McCurdy curds, he says, finally sitting me down as he repositions his sunglasses. My favorite little actress. Mom beams. You know, I work with a lot of young actresses. A lot of them are pretty. Some of them are funny, but none of them are as talented as you. Wow. Mom's face looks like it's gonna rip if she smiles any bigger. I smile too, with my teeth like Mom specified. Thank you. I mean it, the creator continues on. Spooning some of the tuna tartare he already ordered onto his appetizer plate. You act circles around them. Wait, you act circles around them. You could win an Oscar someday. Thank you. This is how conversations with the creator usually start. He'll heap the compliments on while undercutting other talent that he works with. Chat, I don't know if you know this, but putting down another person to quote compliment another person you're trying to compliment is not a compliment. I'm trying to think of an example that I've received in the past. When I've received in the past from, I don't know who it was. I'm not sure if they're They might have just been like a pass-by person who came into stream, but I've been told, wow, you are so much better than insert other VTuber, or your model is so much better than insert other VTuber, to try to compliment my model or like my stream content. And that is not a compliment. Putting down other people is not a way to compliment somebody. Mm-mm. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Nice, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome. Brr. I appreciate the compliments. The creator's approval means a lot to me. Yeah, just say the model looks amazing. Yeah, exactly. You don't need to put down other VTubers' models to make it seem like to make it come across that you think my model is better, therefore that is the compliment. Yeah, that's not okay. Not okay to do. But yeah, exactly, Nebu. Nebula. Sorry, pronunciation. Yeah. Yep. He's the reason I'm a series regular on a TV show. He's the reason my family and I don't have to worry about money anymore. Oh, that's good. But at the same time, I wonder if he's trying to pit me and his other talent against one another. I wonder if he says the same sorts of things to each of his talent so that we each stay in line and think we're in his good favor. I wonder this because now that we've worked on an entire season of television together, I've had plenty of time to get familiar with the creator's ways, to understand him. I feel like the creator has two distinct sides. One is generous and over-the-top complimentary. He can make anyone feel like the most important person in the world. I've seen him do this when he made the entire crew give our production designer a 5-minute standing ovation for the jail set he built in 2 days. Oh my god. And when he gave a speech thanking our stunt coordinator, the coordinator cried with gratitude. Oh, the creator knows how to make someone feel important. The other side is mean-spirited, controlling, and terrifying. The creator can tear you down and humiliate. Damn it. Humiliate you. I've seen him do this when he fired a 6-year-old on the spot for messing up a few lines on the rehearsal day, and when a boom operator accidentally dropped the boom onto a shot, and the creator stomped over at him, screamed in his face that he was responsible for ruining a magical take, and he hoped that he would regret it for the rest of his life. Jesus, what is wrong with this guy? I've seen the creator make grown men and women cry with his insults and degradation. He'll call people idiots, buffoons, stupid, dumb, sloppy, careless, R-word, and spineless. Yikes. The creator knows how to make someone feel worthless. Hi Tails, welcome back. That's why I've learned with time that as much as I want the compliments to mean something to me, I can't let them, because tomorrow he might be screaming insults in my face that will hurt me just as much as the compliments raise me up. I feel that I always need to be on guard around him, catering to him emotionally. I feel similarly around the creator as I feel around Mom, on edge, desperate to please, terrified of stepping out of line. Put both of them together in the same room, and I'm overwhelmed. Oh my god. I couldn't handle this. I could not. The creator orders main courses for us to share. Something with lobster, a pasta with meat, and a flatbread. I know Mom won't approve of me eating any of these foods, but I know the creator will be offended if I don't eat them. And he will comment on me not trusting him or thinking he has bad taste. So I pick at the food as convincingly as I can, hoping the creator will believe I'm eating and Mom will know I'm not. So the reason I invited you both to lunch, the creator starts. He takes a long sip of his old-fashioned. Wait, what does that mean? Of his old-fashioned? Is that like a alcoholic drink maybe? While Mom watches him, eager for him to finish the sentence in the way she wants it to be finished. Well, first, it's a cocktail. Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, first, the creator says, almost as if he's intentionally dragging out the tension as long as he possibly can. Let me ask you a question. How do you like being recognized? Being famous? She loves it, Mom answers for me. Absolutely loves it. And the fans adore her too. They almost always say she's their favorite character. I poke my pasta. Alright, good, the creator says, because you're gonna have a lot more of it. Mom's breath gets rapid with anticipation. I want to give Jeanette her own show. Mom accidentally drops her fork with excitement. It clinks against the plate. I even have the name picked out. Just Puckett. Isn't that a fun name for your own show? The creator asked with a smirk. Yes, it is. It's a very fun name, Mom chimes in. It can't happen for a while because iCarly's doing too well. The creator says, trying to temper Mom's excitement. She nods along. Yeah, Moji, I'll feed you in a second. Hold on, let me just finish this page, okay? Let me just finish this page. Mer. We'll have to wait a couple years, the creator reiterates. But if you keep doing what you're doing and listen to me, take my advice, and let me guide you, I promise you, I'll give you your own show. Oh, thank you. Mom says, tears welling in her eyes. My baby deserves it. My baby deserves it. Mom looks over at me and nods, urging me to smile with teeth. So I do, even though I'm concerned. The creator was very clear that his offer had a contingent. Me listening to him, taking his advice, and letting him guide me. And even though a part of me appreciates the creator, a part of me is scared of him, and the idea that I'll have to do everything he wants is intimidating to me. Why don't you seem happier? You're getting your own show, Mom says on our drive home. I am happy, I lie. Very happy. Good, Mom says as she glances at me in the rearview mirror. Because you should be. Everybody wants what you have. Everybody wants what you have. Okay, Mochi wants some food, so I'm gonna go feed him quickly. And I'm also gonna go to Piss Girl. So, I will be back in a few minutes, and then I'll read a little bit more. So BRB, everybody.
Hello, 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 hello,
Are you guys role-playing in my chat again? Are you guys role-playing again? No. That's a very suspicious no. It's not role-playing. Okay, okay. Okay. I believe you, I believe you. Thank you for waiting. Fearless the super artist is amazing. Nudie, my beloved, yes. I love Nudie. She's actually... How do I describe it? I think she's one of the greatest people I have ever met in my life. Nudie's a goat, yeah. I mean, not only is she like super skilled and talented in art. Oh god, excuse me. Yeah, not only is she super skilled and talented at her art, but she's also a very kind, compassionate, and empathetic person. If that makes sense. Yeah. She's just really amazing. Truly amazing in all ways possible. Alright, moving on. Moving on to next chapter, chapter 34. I think maybe a couple more chapters, and we might be halfway through the book. Okay. I've been on iCarly for almost 3 years now, and in some ways, things are easier. My friendship with Miranda has been a source of camaraderie. 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 Got it, I think. Camaraderie, like, yeah. Comrade. No, no. Camaraderie and emotional support. I'm friends with the rest of the cast too, but my connection with Miranda is different and special. We Skype on the weekends and see movies at ArcLight after work. Aww. I now go there twice a week without batting an eye. Mom always joins. She'll lean over to me midway through the movie, her head bowing in resignation. Their sound is very surrounded. It's important that my friendship with Miranda... more important than my friendship with Miranda, Mom's not as stressed about the two things she's typically most stressed about. Bills and my body. Yeah, Skype shut down. Even though the consistency of my paychecks has helped bring Mom some financial comfort and stability, she makes her opinion of the size of those paychecks well known. They should be ashamed of the salary they give you. Compared to network TV, it's jelly beans. Jelly beans. She tells me every day in my dressing room while she changes my clothes for me. And no residuals either with Nickelodeon. Or should I say nickel and dime? Nickel and dime Olodian. Damn. Despite her complaints, I know deep down she's grateful because this is a big step up from where we were before. The house payments are made on time and in full, and she no longer has to call bill collectors and beg for extensions. That is good. Not having to worry about that. Jeez. She still monitors my lunches, but sometimes she lets me eat the food on set. My dinners are still mostly iceberg lettuce with dressing spray and ripped up pieces of low-calorie bologna, but she'll give me two smart ones cookies for dessert. And my breakfasts have totally transformed. She makes me breakfast, which I never imagined would happen. She'll pour 2% milk on top of honeycomb cereal, 2% non-fat. And sure, honeycomb cereal is still one of the lowest calorie breakfast cereals per gram. As Mom says, 160 calories for 1 and 3/4 cups. But this is crazy. I've never seen her support eating like this. A part of me wonders if Mom is supporting my meals a bit more because Miranda and Nathan eat breakfast and lunch in our joint school room, and it might look weird if I don't, or if I eat much less than them or something. But I don't ask her, I just let it happen. My body is shifting a bit. My nipple buds have become very tiny breasts. Oh yeah, puberty, right? Puberty. And it's getting harder to hide them with my undershirt pulled through underwear legs technique. My skin is breaking out a bit too, which is new and weird and embarrassing. Classic acne. Teenage acne. Oh wait. Rebby, thank you for the follow. Welcome. This past year, I've started wearing makeup on set, and even on my days off. I used to hate makeup, but now I want to wear it, to hide behind it. I recently started shaving my legs too. Well, Mom does it for me, because she still showers me, even though I'm 16. Oh my god, she's 16 now. She still showers me even though I'm 16. Chat, her mother is in charge of showering her, and she's 16. I didn't even know shaving legs was a thing until I heard a co-star's mom making fun of my hairy legs to my co-star, and then she laughed in a way that has haunted me every time I've shaved my legs since. They should just if they're gonna do shaving, they should do waxing, because waxing makes it so it doesn't grow back faster. She has zero agency of her own life. Yeah, that's what happens when you have a narcissistic, controlling parent. So now, even though Mom isn't as stressed about bills or my body, my legs are smooth and my nipples are past bud stage, and my skin is red and bumpy in places, and all of this feels awkward to me. The show has progressively grown in popularity. Susan keeps throwing around terms like cultural phenomenon and global sensation. It's true, iCarly was a huge hit. I like it a lot. It was really fun to watch. The more the shows exploded, the more my fame has too. I've been on countless red carpets for fancy events and award shows and movie premieres. I've done talk shows like Good Morning America and The Today Show, and Craig Ferguson and Bonnie Hunt's new one. I can't go places anymore without being recognized. I no longer go to Disneyland, my favorite place, because last time I tried, I was walking down Main Street and so many people came up to me that they had to stop The Christmas fantasy parade midway through. Goofy looked pissed. The kind of fame I have now is causing me a level of stress that I did not know was possible. Oh, we talked about this early on stream about becoming famous and stuff. I know everybody wants it, and everybody tells me how lucky I am to have it, but I hate it. I feel constantly on edge whenever I leave the house to go anywhere. I'm worried that strangers will come up to me, and I get very anxious when interacting with strangers. They'll shout things like, "Sam, where's your fried chicken?" Or can you hit me with your butter sock?" A butter sock is a prop my character frequently uses, and it's exactly what it sounds like, a sock filled with butter. My character carries it around to beat people up with. Whenever someone shouts at me about chicken or socks, I'll laugh like it's a good one even though it's not a good one. I've heard this good one thousands of times, and it was a bad one from the get-go. But it only morphs into a worse one with each time I hear it. I'm shocked by how many people think they're original and say the same thing. Jeez. Oof. I'm so unimpressed by people. I'm even irritated by them. At times, even disgusted by them. I don't know exactly when this happened, but I know it's a relatively recent switch, and I know fame had something to do with it. I'm tired of people approaching me like they own me. Like I owe them something. Yep. I didn't choose this life. Mom did. Is this a true story? Yes. Hello, Lazar. This is a book called I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. She is famously known for being the actress for Sam Puckett on iCarly. And this is an autobiography of her telling her experiences growing up with a narcissistic and overly controlling mother that forced her dream onto her. Hi, Philly. Hello. Thank you for the lurk, Wally. I hope you have a good lurkies. Wait, where did I stop? My anxiety causes me to become a people pleaser. My anxiety causes me to take the picture and sign my autograph and say it's a good one. But underneath that anxiety is a deep, unearthed combination of feelings that I fear to face. I fear that I am bitter. I'm too young to be bitter, especially as a result of a life that people supposedly envy. And I fear that I resent my mother, the person I have lived for, my idol, my role model, my one true love. This complicated feeling crops up when I take pictures with a stranger and I see Mom standing off to the side, mirroring the smile she wants me to have. Boy Jean, thank you for the follow, welcome. It happens when she tells the person taking the picture to get one more, get two more, just in case. When she knows how much I dislike the whole thing. It happens when she has me practice my autographs and tells me it's getting sloppy. Little C, big C, URDY. They need to be able to read every letter. It happens when she pitches me on what slogan to write to accompany my autographs. See at the movies is the current winner. And Lord knows why I'm not even in movies. I'm on TV, and kids' TV at that, which if anything almost guarantees the fact that I will never be in any movies. The transition from child stardom to a legitimate career as an adult in the entertainment industry is a notoriously tough one, even for young child actors blessed with roles in credible films with credible directors. But for kids who start out on kids' TV, it's a career death sentence. There's something about the one-dimensional, overly glossy image combined with the extent of the public recognition of that image that makes it nearly impossible to overcome. It's true. We've seen that happen with like tons of Nickelodeon and Disney kid actors, like Sabrina Carpenter. It's just Miley Cyrus. Those are some examples. Although Jenna Ortega is doing very well. I don't know if it was a Disney or Nickelodeon show, but she was in Stuck in the Middle, I think, was her show. But you know, Jenna Ortega does a lot of different movies, and she has Wednesday Netflix series and stuff, so Jenna's doing quite well. But also it's a different time now compared to the early 2000s. The second the child star tries to outgrow and break free from their image, they become bait for the media, highly publicized as rebellious, troubled, and tortured when all they're trying to do is grow. Growing is wobbly and full of mistakes, especially as a teenager. Mistakes that you certainly don't want to make in the public eye, let alone be known for the rest of your life. But that's what happens when you're a child star. Child stardom is a trap, a dead end, and I can see that even if mommy can't. Fame has put a wedge between mom and me, and I didn't think was possible. She wanted this, and I wanted her to have it. I wanted her to be happy. But now that I have it, I realize that she's happy and I'm not. Her happiness came at the cost of mine. I feel robbed and exploited. Finally she's thinking for herself and not just for her mom. It's really hard to do though. Really hard. Oh. Sometimes I look at her and I just hate her. And then I hate myself for feeling that. I tell myself I'm ungrateful. I'm worthless without her. She's everything to me. Then I swallow the feeling I wish I hadn't had. I tell her, I love you so much, Nani Mommy, and move on, pretending that it never happened. I've pretended for my job for this long, and for my mom for this long, and now I'm starting to think I'm pretending for myself too. This reminds me of, I don't know how many of you guys watched Tangled, the Disney movie for Rapunzel, but I think these are very similar thoughts that happened, not as aggressive because it's a kids movie versus an adult autobiography book, but these are the same emotions that Rapunzel had when she left her tower, of like, oh my gosh, it's so fun to be in the grass and free, and then she's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna disappoint my mom, and like going back and forth kind of thing, and being like, oh no, I owe everything to my mom for my safety and for raising me and etc kind of thing. It's Yeah. Common for victims of narcissistic parents. Very, very common for them to have thoughts like this. Yeah. Okay, chapter 35. We are so close to being halfway through. I think like another page or two, and then we'll be halfway through the book. Wow. Oh my gosh. We've come so far. 122 pages. I'm proud of myself. You know, I haven't read a book since high school. Now I'm doing it. I feel quite happy with myself. To be able to just do it kind of thing. Also, I kind of want to get the creamy tomato soup and grilled cheese again tonight. I kind of want to get it again. I am going to breakfast with Allie though, so soonish. I don't know if I should go out 2 times. I could. Maybe. Maybe. It definitely helps though when I heard that she published this book. I've actually been wanting to read it ever since I heard about it. But I didn't trust my ADHD hyperfixation to be able to stick with it, and then I'd feel sad. It only took a few years. We got it though. We got it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna finish this book no matter what. Hello, welcome. Anyways, yeah, let's do another chapter. Chapter 35. It's a Sunday morning, and everyone else in the house is asleep. I reheat the mug of Mom's favorite raspberry royal tea that I first made an hour ago and wake her up with. Mommy, I say gently, here's your tea. Mom half groans in her sleep while she twists onto her other side. I eye the clock nervously, debating whether or not to keep trying to wake her up. This is the 3rd time I've tried, and technically the latest possible time I could wake her up without us being late. Mommy, I say with a bit more urgency in my tone, we have to leave for church in 20 minutes or we won't make it in time. Mom groans more aggressively. Do you not want to go? I ask. Too tired, Mom mutters. Then she swallows, and the words come out a little clearer. I've worked too hard lately. I'm too tired. She burrows her face deeper into the pillow, and her breathing gets heavy. I study her. I'm too tired. I've worked hard lately too. I actually think I've worked a lot harder than Mom has. And then I feel guilty for thinking this. Brr. Ain't no way. LeBron James' feet? LeBron James? Feet? Thanks for following. That's such a funny name. LeBron James' feet followed me on Twitch. That's crazy. Wow. I'm honored. Alright. She does drive me to and from work, which has to be tiring, a part of me thinks. Yeah, but I do homework on the drive, plus memorize lines, then spend 10 hours on set rehearsing and performing and being on under bright lights and intense pressure, while she sits up in my dressing room pursuing Woman's World and gossiping with my co-star moms, the other part of me thinks. The back and forth. I try and swallow these conflicting parts of me. They're unhelpful and distracting. from the issue that needs to be resolved right now, whether or not we're going to church. We haven't been to church in 6 months, our longest stretch ever. I'm concerned about this, but I've brought it up to Mom as much as I can without making things uncomfortable. And she just keeps reassuring me that we'll definitely go back someday when things settle down a bit. I'm gonna drink some water. Yeah. Eep. Hydration complete. I find it strange that we've stopped going to church since my career has taken off and Mom's health has normalized. I tried to broach the subject gently one night when we were driving home from work, but Mom started screaming and saying she was losing control of the steering wheel and that I was causing her tremendous stress and was putting us both in danger. So I quickly learned to never bring up the subject again. But now, in this moment, as I'm looking down at her sleeping, I'm starting to accept for the first time that our church days may very well be behind us. I guess Michaela was right after all. I used to think going inactive was a terrible thing, a sin to be ashamed of, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's a sign that things are going right. Maybe people go to church because they want things from God, and they keep going while they're wishing and yearning and longing for those things. But then maybe once they get those things, they'll realize they don't need church anymore. Who needs God when you've got clear mammograms and a series regular role on Nickelodeon? I'll let her sleep and start memorizing my lines for Monday. Ortiz, hello, welcome. Hello. Okay, I'll read to the next chapter, which is like basically 2 pages. Chapter 36. I have a stomach ache, I tell Mom as we walk back from Arclight Cafe, where we met with my manager Susan for a quick lunch. Maybe the chicken on the salad was bad, Mom offers of the no blue cheese, no egg, no crouton, no dressing, no bacon, Cobb salad, aka grilled chicken and lettuce. Man, I would eat that actually. That we split for lunch. Maybe. Hi 64, welcome. Nice seeing you. How are you? 64, did you see the Yuchi plushie? I don't know if you're interested in plushies at all, but Yuchi plushie, real! It happened. It exists. It exists. Yippee! You love plushies? Yeah, we have 7 days left. 7 days left. I think it's actually on to 6. 6 days left to buy a Yuchi plushie before they're gone forever. Forever! Never to be seen again. I'm poor. Oh no. Understandable. Yeah. Make sure you're using your money for what you need and not what you want. Especially if you don't have extra spending money. Makeshift does really nice plushies though. Yeah. They do. It is good quality. Ren is going to fill my plushie with liquid and throw it at a wall. Interesting. What kind of Liquid Ren? Water? Well, I cannot tell you guys what to do with my plushie. I can suggest things, but I cannot control you, and I cannot tell you what to do. So, if that's what you want to do, then so be it. Anyways, we're running down Sunset Boulevard to make it back to sit on time. A half hour is hardly enough time for a lunch break, especially if you try to have it outside of set. Smile for the paparazzi, Mom orders. Without even spotting them, a vacant puppet-like smile crosses my face automatically. My eyes are dead, my soul is nowhere to be found, but the smile is on my face, and that's all that counts. Flash, 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 flash. The lights hurt my eyes. Hi, Glenn, Mom shouts at the paparazzi like he's a neighbor. Hi, Deb, Glenn says as he walks back while snapping more photos. I'm shocked that Mom doesn't seem aware of how strange this whole interaction is. We approach Nickelodeon Studios and cross into the parking lot. My smile immediately falls off my face. We race into my dressing room so I can change into my wardrobe for the next scene. And I go to the bathroom to take a quick pee before, and that's when I see it. Oh, she got her period. Blood on my underwear. I'm immediately dizzy. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I think it might be my period. Wait, she's 16 and only got her period now? I guess that feels kind of late. I'm trying to remember when I got my period. I think I want to say 13 or 14. Wow, that's really late. Or at least from what I've heard and like other girls at my school in my grades back in the day. Right, because she's malnourished. Yeah. No, that's probably it. Stresses, yep, stress too, yep. Did you guys know? Okay, I'm gonna talk about periods now. Did you guys know that if you are extremely stressed, it can actually like stop your period? I speak from experience. There's been times where I've gone like 2 or 3 months with no period because of stress. It sounds unhealthy. Yeah, it's not the best. But no blood coming out of you for a week for 3 months is kind of pog. Kind of pog. Kind of love it. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of TMI to begin with. I have light periods to begin with. They're not that heavy blood-wise, so yeah. Not that any of you needed to know that, but just to explain what I was talking about for more context. I first learned about a period, sort of, 6 years ago. When I was 10, my neighbor, Teresa, was 10 and 11 months. She never let me forget our 11-month age gap, whether in attitude or explicit numbers. Do you know what a period is or not? I feel like maybe you don't, since I'm older than you and know more things. Sure, I said, assuming she meant period that comes at the end of a sentence. No, not that period, the other period. Yeah, I said again, thinking she must have meant period of time. Again, not that period, the other period. I racked my brain to think of what Teresa could possibly mean. Then I had it. Oh, yeah. I'm satisfied with myself thinking, duh, a class period like high school. the neuro. I don't know if Jeanette is neurodivergent at all, but this is like a very neurodivergent thing. When someone says one thing, you'll be like, oh, the other thing. Oh, not the thing. Neurodivergence, you will understand me. You understand me. You guys would get it. I don't know how to explain it. It just, this kind of situation. Spike Wolf, thank you for the follow. Welcome. For high school, you do? Teresa was clearly suspicious. Yeah, well, I got mine, and I was scared to see all the blood. First to see the blood, but my mom taught me how to use pads and stuff. Then we went to hometown buffet, and all the women in my family, with all my women in the family to celebrate. Celebrate what? I asked innocently, as I desperately tried to use context clues to figure out what kind of period Teresa was talking about. It definitely wasn't a class one. No one would celebrate that. To celebrate becoming one of them, becoming a woman. Teresa said, like, it was something she'd be wanting her entire life. Like it was some romantic, incredible, alluring thing. Becoming a woman. I was confused. I envied several things in Teresa's life. Her pinball machine, her collection of Barbies, especially the ones with the short hair that Mom would never let me get because she thought it would make me want to cut mine. And yes, even her trip to hometown buffet, a restaurant that my family deemed too expensive. But I did not envy her becoming a woman because becoming a woman was the last thing I wanted. Now, as I'm sitting here on the toilet with my blood-spotted underwear at my knees, I'm sure this is it. This is the thing Teresa was talking about. Mommy, I call out. Mom asks what's up. I swallow how mortified I am so that I can utter my next sentence. I'm bleeding. The door bursts open before I even get to the ing in bleeding, and Mom wraps me in a big bear hug while I'm on the toilet. Oh, sweetie, she says with the gravity of someone consoling a friend who's just lost their beloved pet. Oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry. Mom wraps a long strip of toilet paper around her hand and tells me to stuff it in my underwear while she goes to get Patty, my soft-spoken school teacher. I watch the clock tick by 10 minutes of slow burning hell until Mom returns with Patty. Patty whips out of her back pocket a baby pink wrapped square with a little strip of white tape across it. She wags it in front of my face like it's a $100 bill. She beams and pulls me to a warm embrace while Mom runs off and to tell the AD why I'm running late. Congratulations, Jeanette, Patty says softly in my ear. Congratulations on becoming a woman. Yay, pads! Yo, babe, I'm in the pad section. What size pussy you wear? The classic meme. That's a funny one, I like it. Hi, Bree, thanks for following. Welcome. What size pussy you wear? Because there's different sizes of pads. Depending. Every time you go to the pharmacy. Because there's panty liners that are very light for like spotting and like the beginning and / end of periods, and then there's overnight pads that are really big and make sure that when you're sleeping it doesn't leak, and there's like a bunch of different sizes in between and stuff. It's confusing. It is confusing. I trudge onto our school hallway set, where our next scene is taking place. I can tell by the way the PAs and ADs are treating me that they've all heard the news. I'm humiliated and ashamed. How did I let this happen? How did I become a woman? I don't know the answer, but I know the solution. I know what I'll do to fix it. Tomorrow there won't be any 2% milk or honeycomb or smart ones. I've been slacking, and the slacking needs to stop. I need to get back to anorexia. I need to be a kid again. Oh. No, that's so sad. She thinks not eating will make it stop. But in reality, this is something that naturally happens, but she isn't educated on it because her mom never educated her that this is a natural thing that happens to like teenage girls. Oh my god. That sucks, man. That actually sucks. Hi, Fake. Hello. Oh yeah, toxic shock. Yeah, you have to be careful with tampons. You can't leave it in for longer than suggested. I think the maximum amount of time you can leave it in is like 8 hours. I think. So what you can do, this is plenty safe, but what you can do is you can like put a tampon in as you go to bed, and then when you wake up you just take it out because you sleep for around like 8 to 10 hours, which going over 2 hours is not a huge big deal. Spooky. Hi, welcome to my stream. My name is Yuchi. Here I am educating Twitch users about periods. Man. Man. You know, it is good information to know. Depending on if you want to have a girlfriend or wife in the future, it is actually important information. Hello. I just finished reading the book, so we did like 3 hours of reading. I am going to go have breakfast with Allie. Yay. So, thanks everybody for hanging out with me. I know I only read the book for like 2 hours because the first hour I was yapping like crazy. Sorry about that, but I hope you don't mind too much. But yeah, I'm going for today. But yeah, thank you everybody so much for hanging out, listening, and watching stream. Oh yeah, let me show you the schedule really quick. Before you go, look at the schedule here. So Sunday, that's today, the 29th. We did my book reading ASMR. I'm doing ASMR triggers on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we're playing Pokemon Black 2. And then Friday we're going into July. Friday is the 4th of July. So of course, I'm gonna be playing American Truck Simulator. But here's the kick. Allie has a steering wheel and the pedal things. Of course she does. So I am gonna actually drive the truck with a steering wheel and pedals instead of my A and D keys on my keyboard. And of course we'll listen to music and we'll sing along. If you guys want to request songs, feel free and stuff like that. But yeah. As a individual that was raised in America, it feels like I should still celebrate the 4th of July. You know, majority of my life, I've been American. I should celebrate 4th of July. I can be patriotic too. But yeah, thank you everybody for for watching and listening. I'll see you guys again on Tuesday. See you on Tuesday. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday. I'll probably be active in Discord later, so I won't be too far away. But yeah, have a good one, everybody. Thank you again. Bye bye. Goodbye.